Hey everybody.
And yes, I know it's been a long time. Yes, I know I should be posting more videos more often. And yes, I got my hair re-highlighting because I got 100 subscribers. And also thank you for that for you guys. And yes, I do have to put a little shout out for this person, which commented this on this short. And yes, this will be doing something about baseball because I'm wearing a Yankees jersey right now. And if you don't know what it is, then you've been living under a rock. Because we're going to be predicting how the MLB postseason will be, in my personal opinion, as a Yankees fan. And no, I will not be biased. Just to clarify that. And all these predictions are my opinion. So if you want to put something else, then put something else if you want to. Okay? Okay. So let's get this started. Alright, now that the intro is out of the way, let's start off with one of the first matchups, which is going to be the wild card. Before I mention anything about the wild card and my predictions, I'll let you know the two teams that will not be in the wild card, which will be the Toronto Blue Jays and the Seattle Mariners. Why? Because, well, they're the two best teams in the Blue Jays just won the American League East, and the Mariners won the American League West. So they won't have to go through the wild card. They'll go through the division round. And the team that the Mariners will have to face, whoever wins the matchup, would be either the Detroit Tigers or the Cleveland Guardians. Well, there was a phase that the Detroit Tigers were doing really good, and they were top of the American League. Honestly and respectfully, though, they did have a big downfall, that is for sure, because being the 6th seed and kind of hanging on a wild card spot might be a little bit too vague for Detroit. But looking at the Guardians, they're not looking too hot either, even though today's games were a buzz. My personal opinion, it won't be an easy one, but it would be pretty easy for Detroit. So I'm going for Detroit to win against Cleveland, sending Detroit next matchup against the Mariners. The next wild card is my New York Yankees and the Boston Red Sox. Oh boy, the Boston Red Sox. Did it really have to be our rival that we had to face? Shut up, ESPN. Anyway, I'm gonna make this simple. Boston. Okay, I'm sorry to any Boston fans that are watching here, but the Red Sox kind of barely slipped through because of a mistake that was made on the pitch against some team that they faced. So I'm picking a good matchup for the Yankees, and they win it easily to go up against the Blue Jays in the next round. Now, on to the National Division. Before we go through anything else, I want to show you this little picture right here. What is this picture? Yeah, you call it right. It's the Mets, and showing that they have been eliminated, which is honestly crazy. Having stealing Juan Soto from us, and you still can't make it to the playoffs. That is absolutely crazy. This TikTok just explains it all. Just go check out that guy because it explains a lot, and I completely agree with him. Getting that out of the way, the two teams that won't be going into the wild card spot will be the Milwaukee Brewers and the Philadelphia Phillies. Why? Well, obviously, because what happened because I was talking about it last time. The Milwaukee won the National League Central, and then the Phillies won the National League East. Who will face Philadelphia? Either Cincinnati Reds or the Los Angeles Dodgers. Yes, I do want it to be rigged against the Dodgers, but being realistic, the Reds kind of slipped this one in, and yeah, it's just going to be an easy one for the Dodgers. They're going to easily beat the Reds Just come on. It's World Series champions that beat my Yankees last year and the Cincinnati Reds. Who would you pick? It's like Mike Tyson in his prime going up against a baby. It's 100% fatal. So it's the Dodgers against the Phillies for the next round. The next wild card game would be the San Diego Padres and the Chicago Cubs. The Chicago Cubs being in the playoffs is honestly crazy, as crazy as seeing the Boston Red Sox in the playoffs, in my personal opinion. I mean, the Cubs are really good. They've been going on relentlessly ever since like July or something. The Padres kind of sneaked this one in. I feel like Arizona would have been a better team to be in here. But who am I to choose? It's baseball. You could do anything in baseball or sports in general. I would go for the Chicago Cubs to win this one, but not an easy game. It might be pretty challenging for the Padres and the Cubs to try and beat each other. Now on to the divisional round, going into the American League. It will be the Detroit Tigers versus the Seattle Mariners. Come on. Detroit had a big downfall, and Seattle is having a big glow up. Who would you rather pick? Seattle. That's exactly what I thought. Seattle would win. Seattle. It won't be an easy one, but it won't be easy, but it won't be difficult. So I would say the Mariners go on to the American League Championship against who? Either my New York Yankees or the Toronto Blue Jays. Excuse me. Why did I do that? Either picking the Yankees or the Blue Jays is honestly a really big question to ask. Either picking my favorite team in baseball, a team that I have loved ever since I came out of the womb, a team that I followed for my entire life, and baseball was like my first sport ever watching. So who would I pick? If you said the Blue Jays,
you'd be absolutely wrong.
I know I said that this won't be rigged. You'll find out soon why I didn't say it would be rigged. I would say that the Yankees go on to the American League Championship, beating the Blue Jays in the final game. Next matchup, it will be the Los Angeles Dodgers against the Philadelphia Phillies. Now, that's a pretty tough one. That's actually like a challenge to choose. I don't know. The Dodgers, compared to the Phillies are actually doing pretty good. As a Yankees fan, I would say pretty good. But, beating the Dodgers, are they that good? Yeah, they are that good. The Phillies will go on to the National League Final. The National League Championship, I'm sorry. Either or, you get what I mean. And then the Cubs versus the Brewer. Am I saying this right? Anyway, I'm just going to call them Milwaukee. Chicago versus Milwaukee. I don't know. Milwaukee kind of stole our pitcher, even though we swept them in the first ever series of the league. I mean, not of the league. I mean of the regular season this year. Milwaukee has done really, really good this year. I am incredibly shocked. But yes, Milwaukee will go to the National League Final. That, yes, I have to admit that Milwaukee will go to the final, and it will be Milwaukee versus against Philadelphia in the National League Final. The American League Final, it is the New York Yankees versus the Seattle Mariners. Yes, I am aware that this happened before, somewhere near the 2000s, I believe. I think 2000 they faced them. It was one of their best. It was one of the Mariners' best seasons, and also the Yankees were going off like three World Series in a row, and then they made it 4 World Series in a row, which is, I wish I could have saw that. Seattle or Yankees? I'm not sure. But this is the part where it won't be rigged. Yes, I think that Seattle was doing a great job. Yes, I believe that Seattle is a good club, is a good baseball team. Yes, I would want to pick the Yankees over Seattle, and yes, I will be rigged for a final time and say that the Yankees will go to the World Series yet again. And then the Brewers in the Phillies for the National League Final. I have no clue, because Milwaukee is really, really good. Like, trust me, they've been doing amazing. But amazing enough to beat Philadelphia. I don't know. I would have to say that Milwaukee goes to the final. So there you go. The World Series, and yes, I will predict the World Series, trust me. The World Series, the New York Yankees versus the Milwaukee Brewers. I'm gonna call it Brewers. Hopefully I said that right. Brewers. Okay, so the World Series would kind of go something like this. Yankees. Yes, I did rig this, and yes, it is my prediction, and yes, screw off. Come on, New York Yankees all the way. The Yankees will win the World Series. I'm kidding. Yeah, and yes, I'm kidding around. It won't be a sweep series. The Yankees will win the World Series in Game 6 in the Yankee Stadium. And that will be number 28. Yay! Our 28th ring. And yes, I know. I promised you guys that it wasn't rigged. Just don't trust me. I'm a Yankees fan. I love the Yankees. Go Yankees. Yeah, that's my prediction for the for the playoffs in this season. Hopefully, I'll be right, and hopefully the Yankees won't screw up against the Boston Bruins. The Boston Red Sox. And one more little thing to the Mets. Anyway, I still can't believe how the last games were going. The Mets losing to the Miami Marlins, and then Cincinnati going to the next round, which is honestly crazy. And then Toronto didn't hold back at all against the Rays. The Rays were like leading by a few, and then the final score was like 12 to something for Toronto. And then the Yankees won against the Orioles, and did I say that right? Orioles. It kind of sounds like Oreos. Anyway. You should call them that for a joke, the Baltimore Orioles. And then, yeah, the Astros are complete buns. And then, Yankees, go Yankees. This is Buddy Boy, signing out.